Alright everyone, LOCKxON here with this edition of Nerdy News. Now, there's not that much to talk about this week. We're getting to the post-E3 drought, it seems. I mean, usually it happens the week after, but we had the big Xbox 180, ha 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 ha, puns. Yeah, not a fan of the puns. Anyway, so I figured instead of the standard Nerdy News where I talk about whatever, I would play some Skyrim and talk about everything that happened and everything that will be reverted from the original Xbox One to this new version. Alright, basically, I don't know, I was already kind of excited about the Xbox One to begin with. As someone who has pretty decent internet and all that, I mean, none of the big negative problems were negatives for me. I could understand why some people would be mad. I just never understood why the people who were complaining online were complaining. I mean, they're complaining about not having a constant internet connection while they are using their internet connection. I mean, I understand internet's unstable. I've had plenty of times where it would just black out. I know plenty of people, but that's the thing. It was a pretty small file from what I've heard, and just about anyone's internet's faster than that. And let's face it, we've gotten to the point where society is like, if you lose your internet connection for more than a day, everyone starts talking suicide pacts. But anyway, this isn't a rant on the old Xbox. This is what has changed with the new one. Alright, I'm just going to focus on the three biggest things that are being taken away as a result of the Xbox not needing the online check and the issues with the used games sort of thing. Alright, number one, your game library cannot be accessed from any Xbox One. See, I was actually really excited about this. Basically, with the discs needing install every time you got them on the Xbox One, they would just be there. You would never need to put that disc in again, and that was basically it. You downloaded it, you can just play it whenever you want. But the best thing was, like say I went over to a friend's house and wanted to show him a game, well, all I had to do was load up my profile and download it from the cloud, and, well, there it was. I don't need to carry my big case of games with me. I don't have to just think of it. I can just be driving over there on the fly and, oh, hey, well, let's play some Halo 17 or The Elder Scrolls 15. Let's unlock chests. So, I don't know, it's not a killer for me. None of these things are awful. I'm sure eventually I'll buy a PlayStation 4 and an Xbox One if I have the money, but anyway, let's keep going. Number two. Now, disc-based games have to be in the system to play them. This goes along with what I just said. Not the biggest negative. I mean, it'd be cool to never have to deal with that whir-up, even with games being downloaded onto the hard drive. You still have to deal with that initial spinning of the disc in the drive as you start up a game. Again, not that big. I don't know who would be able to complain about this. I'm sure someone will find some way on one of the forums. Now, this one's actually pretty big. I was pretty excited about this one. The Xbox One is still, even though with the new one, it's still focusing on digital download. You'll be able to download games day one with the Xbox One, which I find really cool. I do like pre-order bonuses, and if I ever get the chance to, like if it's a really good pre-order bonus, I'm sure I'll still buy it through GameStop or Best Buy or whoever. But if I don't really care, or it's just on a whim and I think, oh hey, that game looks cool, you can now just download it day one. You don't have to, trudge out to GameStop, stand in line behind a woman asking for Halo 5 on her Wii U 2 or whatever. You can just download it, depending on the download speed, and have it in anywhere from a few minutes to maybe even an hour, but still. Aside from that, I've also heard that you'll be able to play games kind of like on PC while it's downloading, and it only has to be at a certain percentage to be able to play while downloading, which just sounds like a pretty good idea to me. But they'll still have that, but the problem is any downloaded games cannot be shared or resold. The main thing they were going to do is, yes, while they were giving third-party developers control over where their games could be sold, if there would be used game restrictions and so forth, any digitally downloaded games, as is the problem now. I just picked the wrong chest. Anyway, as is with the problem now, once you download a game, I mean, it's just on your Xbox. There's nothing you can do about it. If you get tired of it, that's money you're not getting back, even at a little bit at resale. But with the Xbox One, the way it was going to work was you could trade or resell games with friends. So say I downloaded Halo 5 and my friend had Forza 5. Well, I got tired of Halo 5 and he got tired of Forza, so we could just decide, hey, let's trade. And I'm not sure how it would work from there, but I'm sure it wouldn't be horribly complicated. Overall, I'm a little disappointed in the backtrack. I think Microsoft's stance would have been better if they would have just focused on explaining everything better. That was the killing blow of the Xbox One and why I think everyone hated it. I don't think that the issues would have been so bad if they were explained properly the first time. They kind of took that stance of, well, we're changing this, deal with it. But yeah, I don't really know which I prefer more. The things we're losing, you know, it does suck, and it does seem like we're still just, it's not so much taking a step back, but we're definitely not taking a step forward. The Xbox One now just kind of seems like the Xbox 360 2. So I'm sure it's still going to be a great console. I'm sure it's still going to be really fun to play with some great games. I'm not questioning that. It's just, it, you know, makes me think, what could we have had? I always think of, you know, where would the Mass Effect series have been if EA had never bought out BioWare? Would they have stayed in that traditional RPG role? Would the story have differed at all? But now, asking those questions, and it really doesn't get you anywhere, but it just makes you think sometimes. And I don't know. We've still got a few months until the Xbox One launches, so more changes could be on the way. You never know. And I guess we'll see when it comes out. I'll stick with the stance of I'll wait till it's out to, you know, pass my actual judgment on it. There's no point in arguing possibilities. That's it for this installment. But yeah, there just wasn't that much information for this installment, unfortunately. I do apologize, but the biggest news definitely was the Xbox reversal. And I don't know, we will see just how it pans out when it pans out. And until then, this is LOCKxON signing off, and I'll see you in a couple weeks with the next installment of LOCKxON's Nerdy News. Thanks for watching.